Well, as everyone knows, I'm Wendy Bremner, and I'm the youngest of Rod's four sisters, and he was our only brother, so as he'd like to put it, he was our favorite brother. We have an honorary sister with Joni, so that's now getting pretty high on the female side. So. When Rod was about 14 years older than I was, so for the very early years, I'm basically passing on stories that have been passed down over the different dinners and family get-togethers. I'm not talking about that. Okay. When we were small, we used to have stockings at Christmas, and we would take them. Gail and I would run down at some ungodly hour, like 5 in the morning, and then we'd take all our stuff and we'd head back upstairs to show stuff off. And Rod would always call us in, and he would spend at least 2 hours. He'd take one thing and hide it under the sheets, and then we'd pack everything up, and he'd go, oh, well, where's the red toy? And we'd unpack everything again, and pack it all back up again. And in that way, everybody else got to sleep in. We had a swimming pool at the farm, and we hosted lots of family get-togethers. And at any family get-together, Rod would go right past all the adults and sit down with the kids and entertain them for the afternoon with his stories and his teasing. So he was a terrific babysitter for the parents, but a terrible teacher for the kids. Rod spent summers at his grandparents' place in Ripley, and he was also with Aunt Millie and Uncle Alan on their farm vacation. He did tell us a story about one time they had an excess of milk, and he helped Uncle Alan churn all the extra milk into curds and whey so they could feed it to the pigs and Uncle instead. So that sounds like a big job to me. Rod attended a one-room school in Tullamore right through to grade 8. He was never in any other elementary school except that one-room school. And then he went to Brampton High for grades 9 to 13. And then he went to the University of Waterloo to take math, and he was there for the first year that university opened. After university, Rod began teaching math in Wawa, where there was a natural ice curling rink. Rod had started to curl in high school, and when he went up to Wawa, he was curling up there. This rink had wooden shutters that you would lift to freeze the ice, and then when people came to curl, they would close the room out by putting the shutters down. But he mentioned that the worst part was the 2 sheets that were on the outside edge were not very easy to curl on because the edge is sloped down towards the edge of the building, and if your stone went anywhere over center line, it just kept rolling. After Wawa, Rod moved to Orillia, and he actually came back to Orillia many times when he had his boat, and he'd take his boat up through the Trent Severn and stop over in Orillia. But he did originally live there when he was teaching. He also taught at Central Peel in Brampton and left there in 1975. And we have somewhere here, I think, the beer stein that he was given when he left there. During this time, he also developed some other hobbies. He tried to build an airplane, and we had the wings in the garage for many years, and I think I ever did get it finished. But it was interesting to see the way he was building that. He was really interested in horse racing, and he had a group of people that they would come over and determine how to rank the horses. And one time he showed me the list. He said, just pick a name you like. And he took my $2 and went off and came back and said, oh, you won $13. And I was very happy. And it was through his investment club that he met his future wife, Julie Harris. And Rod took his broker's license and changed careers, and he began working for Nesbitt Thompson. And he lived for a time with Julie's mother in Toronto. And then Julie and Rod bought the house in Guelph on Sherwood Drive, and Rod worked from home on his investments. The house in Sherwood has a really large yard, and Rod began gardening. He was very proud of his compost, and he would demonstrate how well it was working. He'd take a stick and shove it into the compost and wave it there. When it started to soak, he'd pull it out and say, see, it's growing up. They also, Rod and Joni collected some original art, and one of the things that he would do with the family to involve them in that hobby was he would take sisters and mom and dad down to South Beach every once in a while. They they purchased a cottage at Plus Lynch Lake, and some of our family Christmases were spent there, playing cards, drinking rum, and looking at all the plants that were harboring in the top windows, because it got lots of light all through winter. Plants were often shared between family members, and I teased Rod that I would give him some of my plants so that when I killed them, he could give them back to me. So Scott and I are now working on our third bleeding heart. Rod had amazing eyesight, better than 20/20 for most of his life, and he would spot wild berries on the roadside while driving from place to place. And he and Julie began to make jams and jellies with the berries that they found at the side of the road. And one of the more common drives that they would do was a trip to Mom's cottage in Thornbury, but it was way too early for berry picking. That was to go trout fishing. So Rod and Dad would dress very fashionably in their 20-year-old snowmobile outfits and head out for the entire day. Now, we sisters soon learned that unless you were prepared to use a bailing bucket in lieu of a washroom, you don't go with Rod on these fishing. In 1987 and 88, the Guelph Curling Club had its 150th anniversary, and that year Rod was president of the Curling Club. We have the directory here today, and if you check out the first page, you'll see his name there. Rod has a collection of a couple hundred Bonspiel pins at the cottage, and we have a few samples of them on the tables at the back here. And you can tell he really loves curling because his license plate was 4 foot, which meant a 4-foot ring on the curling. So Julie's last 2 years were, of course, hard on both Julie and Rod, and Rod did his best for Julie, but there really wasn't much more for them than just time spent together at home. But after Julie's passing, there was still time for Rod and Joni to meet and have many happy times together. He could broaden his horizons and enjoy life and love once more. They had 7 wonderful years together, and our family